Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today was one of those days where just nothing wanted to cooperate. My hair, my makeup, I had to just like redo everything. I'm wearing like 5 different lip products right now because I just kept adding on more, hoping it would change the color and the texture. Today, I am going to be talking about skincare and hair care from Trader Joe's. I've used quite a few products and mentioned almost all of them on my channel over the past couple of years because they have a lot of good stuff that is on trend, good ingredients, and really affordable because I mean it's Trader Joe's, it's a grocery store, so most of their stuff, if not all, is cheaper than if you were to buy it somewhere else, like a similar product. So I thought I would compile in a video all of the different products that I've tried and go through them, tell you what I liked about them, what I didn't like about them, if there are any that I think you should definitely go and get, or if there are some that you should just avoid. For some of them, I do have the actual bottles because they're still in my possession, but some of them are not, so I'll just try and put a picture on the screen so if you're going to the store to look for it, you'll know what to look for. So the first product I want to talk about is a hair product, and it's the Trader Joe's Argan Oil. This is 100% organic argan oil, and it says it's a lightweight oil that moisturizes skin, hair, and nails naturally. I don't remember the price of this. If I can find it, I will put it on the screen as well, but I want to say around like $10 to $12. I like this and I'm still using it, but it doesn't absolutely wow me. Argan oil is a little bit like thinner of an oil, I guess you could say. Let me just preface all of these hair products with I have extremely dry hair. My hair has been bleached, I put dye on it, I use heat products, and it's naturally just dry and curly. When I'm looking for a hair oil, it needs to like really be doing a good job because it has a lot of work that it has to put in. I try to use good products on my hair and take care of it and use heat protectants and whatnot, but it's just naturally very dry. It's always been like that my entire life. How I typically use this is I would put it on the ends of my hair at night and then put my hair up and let it kind of soak in throughout the night instead of using this as more of like a styling oil. I feel like this is one that needs some time to soak in to be beneficial to your hair versus one that you put on when you want to style your hair because it just like starts immediately making your hair look good. So I think my hair type just needs something a little bit thicker, but that doesn't mean that this isn't good. It doesn't mean that it wouldn't be great for your hair. If you have normal hair or even like not super dry hair like I have, I feel like this would still work fine. So this item is good. Not necessarily sure if I would repurchase it. I think I need to try out more oils from different brands, and maybe I'll come back to it. The next product is the Trader Joe's, this is a Trader Joe's video, Shea Butter and Coconut Oil Hair Serum. So this is actually thicker since it's like a serum, not just an oil. My hair likes it a lot more than the argan oil. This one I really like. I bought it just on like a whim because I wanted to try it out, and I tried another one of their coconut oil hair products that they had, and this lasts forever. This is my second bottle. I bought this because I was running out, but I still have yet to finish the first bottle. So this is really good. Under $10. I want to say it was maybe $7, so very inexpensive.
It was only $3.99.
It's not too greasy. I feel like whenever I put this on my hair, it doesn't make my hair look super oily or anything. It just gives it like a really nice shine. And this is something I actually use when I'm styling my hair. So the argan is what I want to put on at night to give my hair hydration. But if I want to add some shine and moisture during the day, like after I style my hair, how I would typically use this is I will like curl my hair, allow the curls to cool, and then put some of this in my hair and then kind of use it to brush through the curls. Would it be a video if I didn't drop something? And I feel like that helps to kind of preserve the curls a little bit so I'm not just like raking them out with dry hands. It does give my hair a softer, shinier look. My hair needs all the help it can get, and since this is thicker, my hair just soaks it up. So this is a product that I would definitely recommend. If you do have thinner hair, like pretty thin hair, since my hair is also very thick, I do fine with the thicker formula, but if you have very thin hair, it might weigh it down. I'm honestly not sure because I've never really had thin hair. But if you've experienced thicker serums, thicker oils weighing your hair down before, you might want to rethink it. Okay, the next product I have probably linked in several different videos, and it is the Enrich Moisturizing Face Lotion. So this is, I want to say like $4. I'm pretty sure it's $3.99, which is like what initially got me to buy it because that is so cheap. Like A lot of drugstore products that you buy at like Target or something aren't even that cheap. I love this face lotion. I've repurchased it at least once. I'm pretty sure I pre-purchased it twice. The only reason I haven't repurchased it again is because I don't live close to a Trader Joe's. I love the texture of this. It's very lightweight. It's great for sensitive skin. It's fragrance free. It has SPF 15, which I love. I always wear an SPF over top because I don't think the SPF 15 alone is enough protection, but I love doubling up if my moisturizer has SPF in it and then also putting an SPF, specifically like a larger like SPF 50 on top, in case for some reason I do forget to put on an SPF over top. I like having at least a little bit of protection because like sometimes if I'm just like not going anywhere that day when I do my skincare, I'll allow the moisturizer to just take some minutes to soak in. So like sometimes I forget to put on the SPF immediately afterwards. So I like having a product that does have a little bit of SPF in it in case I do forget. It's not greasy. It is very hydrating. It's not like a super elaborate formula, I would say. It's like kind of more of like a basic one, but I love it. I found it very hydrating. The bottles seem to last me a good while. And this is something that I've used when my skin was oilier, when my skin was now like more normal. So I think it would really be good for any type of skin. So if you see this in store, it's only $4. Absolutely, I say grab it and try it. Now the next one is another moisturizer, and that is their Nourish oil-free moisturizer. This one I got, it was like a couple more dollars than the Enrich one, and you get more product in the bottle, but I prefer the thickness of the Enrich one over the Nourish one. Not that the Enrich is like super thick at all, I'd say it's pretty normal, but the Nourish is definitely a thinner formula, so I felt like it didn't hydrate my skin as well. I had to use more of it. And this one I feel like is even more bare bones basic than the Enrich. Like this felt very much just like as basic as a moisturizer can get. The Enrich at least had like shea butter and vitamin E oil in it, I believe. This one is also fragrance free, so it's also good for sensitive skin, but it was just okay for me. It didn't wow me. There's no SPF in it, so I didn't really feel inclined to repurchase it. If I wanted a moisturizer from Trader Joe's, I would absolutely go with the Enrich one, and that one is cheaper anyway, so it's certainly not bad, and I wouldn't advise not trying it out. I'm glad I tried it out. But I think just in comparison to the Enrich one, and since even though I have had oily skin and like normal combination skin, I feel like I always prefer like a thicker product. I'm not big on thin moisturizers, which kind of leads me into the next one, and it is the Ultra Hydrating Gel Moisturizer. And this is one that I would use at night. The previous two I would use during the day because this one is in like a pot. I tried this out before I fully realized that gel moisturizers are just not for me. I've tried several and I haven't really been good with any of them. I don't like the texture, and for some reason like no gel moisturizer feels hydrating enough for me. Even though this is called Ultra Hydrating, for some reason, and maybe it's just in my mind, because it's a gel, it just doesn't feel moisturizing enough to my skin. Maybe it's just moisturizing in a different way that I'm not used to, and so that's why I feel that way. But I just can't get behind a gel moisturizer. It feels like I'm putting like a serum on my face, not the moisturizer. If you like gel moisturizers, I think that this would be really good because it's pretty inexpensive. It's also somewhat basic, so it's great for sensitive skin. I'm pretty sure this one is also fragrance free. So I think like a lot of their skincare is good for sensitive skin, especially if you are sensitive to fragrance. So I'd say this is good, but it's just not for me. Gels are not for me. Next, we have an SPF. This I purchased a year ago, and it was around the time that a certain facial SPF by Trader Joe's was getting a lot of hype, and I will talk about that one later. But someone was describing it to me and showed me a picture, and it was like an orange bottle, and that's like all I remembered. So when I went to Trader Joe's, I thought this was the one that people were talking about, and it's not. But this is their face and body sunscreen lotion. So I thought since it said face and body, this was the facial one people were talking about. This is broad spectrum SPF 30. It says it's water resistant, a lightweight formula, fragrance free as well. So I tried using this on my face, which I do not recommend. It leached into my eyes a little bit, which makes me feel like it's not actually like super sweat resistant, because like it was like a hot summer day, my face was sweating and it like got into my eyes and burned so bad. Like I tried it a couple times because I just wanted to be sure it was this and not like a makeup product, but it burned my eyes so bad that I will never use this on my face again, at least nowhere near my eyes. So I've been using it as a body SPF, and you know, it works fine for that. I would just, on the bottle, I would cross off face and just use it as a body SPF. I haven't used body SPF in a while because it's been cold, but I don't remember this having a white cast. Yeah, I don't think it really has a white cast. Put it on this arm. So it is good as a body sunscreen. So I like it for that purpose. And I mean, it is my fault for thinking it was the other one, but it does say face and body. So, I mean, it wasn't very expensive. It's fragrance free and doesn't have a white cast. So I would recommend it as a body sunscreen, but just don't put it on your face. That's just my like only critique of it. Now, the facial SPF that I thought I was buying is their daily facial sunscreen. This is broad spectrum SPF 40. This is an invisible gel formula. It's also fragrance free and water and sweat resistant. Now this got tons of hype because people were comparing it to the Supergoop Glow Screen or whatever it's called. I actually haven't tried that because I think it's just too expensive as a sunscreen, as a facial sunscreen. And people were basically saying that this is like a much cheaper dupe. It is hard to get your hands on. I think when it was receiving all the hype, like when they would restock it, I heard workers saying that like it'd be gone that day. It's probably easier now that it's not in like the heyday of its hype. I mean, I was able to find it, so I feel like, you know, it was. So this is kind of a newer product that I've been trying. I haven't even gone through like half the bottle, but so far I am loving it. It's much different than any other facial SPF I've used before. Maybe because it's the gel formula, and I know I said earlier I don't like gel formulas, but this is an SPF, so it's different. But this is almost blurring. Like when I dispensed this out on my fingers, I was like, this is a primer. This feels like a silicone-based primer that's meant to like blur your pores. Like this feels exactly like the texture of some primers I have sitting in my drawer right now. So it is blurring. It's also kind of like a little bit mattifying, which I feel like SPFs typically are glowy, but I don't mind it at all. I actually kind of love the glow and I love the feeling on it, but it doesn't soak in the same way that a moisturizer or like a typical SPF soaks into your skin. I feel like most of the ones, if not all of the ones that I've tried, like after a few minutes, after you've given them some time to sink in, you don't really feel like a certain texture on your skin, but this one you do. I've used this underneath makeup and it's been fine. I've used it without any makeup, and when I touched my skin, it felt like makeup primer on my face. It's really weird. The first time I tried it, I thought it was burning my eyes, but I've been continuing to use it and haven't experienced that again. So I don't think it was this product, or maybe it was just an off day, I'm not sure. This spreads out really evenly. It doesn't have a white cast, which is great. I just really love the blurring effect. I think that's just so cool. The first time I used it, I thought it was burning my eyes, so I've been more careful about applying it near my eyes, not to get like too close, because honestly most of the time when I take my SPF, I just apply it like all over like I would a moisturizer, because like I want my eyelids and everything to also get sun protection. I've had just my eyelids burned before and you look ridiculous, let me tell you. This one, since it did irritate my eyes the first time, I am a little bit more careful not to get like too close to where it's like I'm basically putting it in my eye. So that is one critique that I have, but otherwise I really love this, and even though I haven't been testing it for like months, I could definitely see myself repurchasing this if I can get my hands on it. Next product is their watermelon facial mist. They put this out when Glow Recipes watermelon mask thing was like really popping off on social media, and I love this. Glow Recipes products are just more money than I would like to spend, so I haven't tried theirs to be able to compare this, but this is just so refreshing. It smells amazing. I know like you might not want a fragrance in your product, but this smells so good. Like I want to use it just for the smell. I feel like if it was a little bit more concentrated, I would use it as like a body spray. I have no clue honestly if this does anything for my skin. I sometimes use it as like a makeup setting spray, but it's meant to like refresh and hydrate, which I feel like it does. It doesn't dry out my skin. The first ingredient is water. The second is watermelon seed oil and then rice bran oil. So it's not something that seems filled with a bunch of alcohol that would dry out your skin. And it has kind of like a milky color. So I'd say it does seem hydrating, but I don't know if it would be like absolutely life-changing. I like it because it gives my face just like a nice refresh, a nice smell, helps to set my makeup. They came out with this during the summer, so I'm not sure if it's something that they sell year round, but I think I would purchase this again. I don't use a ton of facial mists, so this is actually lasted me a long time. And the last product I want to mention, I don't have in my possession, but it is the Shea Butter and Coconut Oil Hair Mask. So I bought it in conjunction with the oil because they're like the same line. And for this, I would say it is good for normal hair. Again, since I have very thick, very dry hair, I didn't feel like it added enough hydration for me. When I look for a hair mask, I want something super, super thick that will just like really transform my hair. And this was good, but I felt like my hair needed a little bit more. I also used it up pretty quickly because of the consistency and the size of the bottle. I felt like I had to use more than hair masks I have tried before. I'd say it's so good as a hair mask if you do have like normal hair or even dry hair that's not as dry as mine. I think it's still worth a try because it is pretty inexpensive. I would be willing to try it out again, maybe when my hair is in like a bit of a better space, but right now I feel like my hair is just super, super dry, so it needs something thicker, something with a little bit more love right now. Like maybe when my hair is in better shape, I'll try it again. And that is the last product that I have for you today. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if there are any products you've tried from them that you love or hate, or just I don't know, we're okay. I just love Trader Joe's as a whole. I am a Trader Hoe for Trader Joe's. And if they want to move one closer to me, I would really appreciate it. So if anyone from the company ever sees this video, contact me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and I will hopefully see you in my next video.